Hi! Before the holidays get too far in the past, I wanted to come on here real quick and share with you all the fun things that I was doing with my family members and friends and loved ones during the whole time, those couple weeks between my one Christmas video and then the first of the year. I basically said that we've got people coming, we've got lots going on, and I wanted to take that time to just sort of enjoy, and enjoy we did. We had a good time and did a lot of things, saw some new things I've never seen before. We went to a new restaurant that just opened up, one that I had been wanting to go to in Chicago, but we moved. So it was great that this one opened here. So anyway, so much fun. Let's just talk about things, and I'll show you a lot of video clips of things that we did. First of all, for any of you who happened to catch that bit of a video a while back where I said that if you send me a Christmas card to my P.O. box, I will be happy to send you one back. I did that. I've got them all sent back now. So if you haven't received yours, you should be receiving yours as soon as possible. If you put a return address on your envelope, if you didn't, I'm so sorry, I couldn't return a card back to you. So anyway, if you have any kind of any leftover Christmas cards or anything you'd still like to send, I'll be happy to send you one back. And it's just sort of a little fun get together sort of a thing. So since I only had mentioned that one time previously before the Christmas season, only some of you caught that. I did get quite a few though. It was a lot of fun from other countries. It was great. So I will send you one. I still have some left over of the pack that I ordered. So yeah, I will be happy to do that. Let's do that if you want to continue that fun, even though Christmas is over and you don't have to celebrate Christmas. It could just be anything, just a card, a note, a letter, whatever. If you want a card back from me, I will be happy to send that to you. So I wanted to share that real quick first. Okay, I have a list because there was so much going on. Basically, I wanted to make sure I said that. Okay, so we're talking about the few weeks leading up to Christmas and all the things that were happening. First of all, Claire and Gracie. Claire's my daughter, my youngest daughter, and Callie, my older daughter, Callan, she lives in Florida with us. So, she's here in the state, whereas Claire lives in North Carolina. So it was wonderful that we had Claire and her dog, Gracie, who is my beloved grand dog. If you don't know, I do videos with Gracie quite often whenever I can, and I will show some fun things about her and the goofy position she gets herself in and so forth here too. So stay tuned for Gracie footage if you're a Gracie fan. Anyway, they came. Claire and Gracie were here for 2 weeks. The 2 weeks before, well, a week before Christmas, and then the week to New Year's, they were here. So it was so much fun. We had them with us and we could have a lot of fun enjoying both my daughters and my grand dog for the longest time. And then we had other loved ones visit us for New Year's. So it was fantastic. Anyway, we got up to a lot. We were busy, busy, busy. First of all, we definitely wanted to see do some Disney and do some Universal. Claire likes to come whenever she gets a chance, so that was kind of perfect. And for Universal, we really wanted to see the World of Harry Potter at Christmas time, so we thought that would be a lot of fun. And Disney, my favorite is Animal Kingdom. I absolutely adore going there, so we did have some fun there also. And I'll be showing you a lot of stuff about that. Another fun thing is that we did not realize that you could see it from the Orlando area, which is where we live in the Orlando area. We did not realize until we moved here that you can see the space launches, whatever, that go up from SpaceX or whatever from Cape Canaveral. It's pretty amazing. I mean, we've now started really running up to our balcony and watching. So we have a balcony off the loft area in our upstairs. It kind of overlooks the pool. And from that balcony, we can see quite a bit of the launches. So this is one of the launches that we saw. I believe this was a SpaceX launch that went up while we were all here, and it was fun to watch. Okay, one of my Christmas gifts to my husband. Quick story, I'm going to try to make this quick because there's so much to show and talk about. There was a painting that when he was a child, he and his sister and his parents, they were traveling in Spain. They lived in the Netherlands at the time, and they did a lot of different trips throughout Europe and so forth. And they were traveling in Spain, and they bought this painting in a town. If I can remember the name of it, I'll put it down here. We believe this is the town it was purchased in, and they remember the whole story of it. They bought the painting, put it in the back of their rental car, and then they were in an accident. Someone ran into the back of their car, but for whatever reason, the car was damaged, but the painting was perfectly fine. So this painting was in my in-laws' house, my husband's parents' house, growing up, their whole lives, everything, and recently, within the last year, they moved and they downsized a lot of their things. So we have this painting with us. Somehow in the move from their place to ours, it got damaged. There's kind of a slice in it above here. I'll show you in the picture. And it was kind of devastating. We felt really bad, and it was just awful. So to surprise my husband, it was upstairs in kind of an odd spot, and no one goes up to that spot too often, and I didn't think he'd notice, to be honest. So in a sneaky way, my older daughter, Callie, and I we had to drive to Tampa. I found a place that could restore it, and they did an absolutely fabulous job. I highly recommend them if you're anywhere near the Tampa area. But we drove down to Tampa from Windermere, and we stuck it in the back of the car and quickly went, and he had no idea we were going. And we went to go get this repaired, and thought, hopefully he won't even notice. He'll be busy doing stuff, whatever. The very next day, we're putting up Christmas things and doing decorations, and all of a sudden he walks in the room. He's like, "Hey, Jen, where's that painting?" I'm like, "Oh, crud." So anyway, he did notice, and I just told him that we were hoping to get away with that and give that to him all repaired for Christmas. So he was in on it. He was excited. He was happy. So we went to go pick that up. We've been waiting for it to get repaired. It is now repaired, and we are going to Tampa to go pick it up. So here he is. He knows all about it. Yep. And so that's what we're doing. And I'll show it to you when we get there. This was wonderful. If you have been to this area at all and you've ever been to the Harry P. Lou Gardens, it's a botanical garden. I love it. We've been a couple times, and it's just beautiful. I love the different areas, especially the tropical area. Oh, I love it. Anyway, they had this event called Dazzling Nights, and it was an all lit up kind of a thing. So we got tickets for that, and I was very excited. I made sure I got tickets for the day after Claire arrived, so I made sure she was here with us, and we got to do it. It was beautiful. So I do highly recommend, if you're ever in this area, anytime during that Christmas period, this was something to see. It was absolutely gorgeous, and the weather was cool, chilly. We were in our, snuggled up clothes, but it wasn't cold, so it was just really kind of perfect. They had all sorts of things you can eat or drink, and all kinds of, entertainment in other ways too, but we enjoyed just sort of walking through and listening to the music and looking at the amazing lights. And speaking of lights, get a load of this house. We found a neighborhood near us that I read about it, about this one house that is all decked out for the holidays. So I'm like, let's do it. I got the address and we work it one day after dinner. We just decided to drive past, get a load of this house. Can you imagine? One of the funnest things about living in this area is finding ways to incorporate all the different theme park stuff that's to offer, but doing it in a way that you don't even have to pay to get into the theme park. You know, you can just do these free little jaunts to places and so forth whenever you want. So we do have annual passes, which is very nice. So we can just sort of go to Epcot for dinner, you know, walk around. We get our steps in for sure, just getting to dinner and back again. So it's kind of feeling, you know, you feel good about whatever you ate because you did a lot of walking just getting there and back. But anyway, this was one of the things I thought, let's try this. It should be fun. So we drove to the transportation department to park, got on the monorail. Monorail that's for the resorts. So then the resorts do this loop around to the Polynesian, and then to Grand Floridian, and then to Contemporary, and it also includes Magic Kingdom, and then back to the transportation department. So you can just kind of loop around. So what we did is we got to the first stop on the monorail was the Polynesian from there. So we stopped at the Polynesian. I love this place. If you feel like you've been to Hawaii when you go there, just walking through the lobby and so forth, it was just so, so nice. Really, really enjoyed it. So we took a look around there, just enjoyed ourselves, and then we went down to the beachy area past the pool of the Polynesian, and we got on the boat. The boat then does that same loop that takes you around to all those same different places. So first it stopped off at the gates to get into Magic Kingdom. We didn't get off there. And the next stop was the Grand Floridian. And I wanted to see the giant tree at the Grand Floridian and to see the giant gingerbread house, which I've heard so much about. And so we did that, and it's gorgeous. The Disney decorations in all the places are absolutely stunning, and it was just something we thought, this is a great way to spend a few hours just sort of wandering around and looking at the pretty stuff. And that gingerbread house, astounding. So inside the house, you just stand in line, and the line did not take very long. I was surprised. They had all these different concoctions and things that you could purchase, these cookies and you know, bars and things like that that you could get. And I wanted to get a shingle. They sold the shingles that make the top of a house, and we each got a shingle. And I just wanted to try it. I heard all about them. So we stood in the line, didn't take long at all, and we each got a shingle, and it was delicious. So that was a fun experience too. We decided it was getting a little bit late in the day. We didn't need to see the Contemporary, so we did not see any of the Contemporary except for just the monorail goes through it. We could see a little bit, but I really didn't see much there decoration-wise. I'll have to check that out next year. But we then went to the transportation department via the tram thing. Yeah, it's just, yeah, planes, trains, and automobiles, but it was still fun because you feel like you're doing something, and it's just kind of a neat little adventure. So another little town near here, you've probably heard of it, is called Celebration, and they go all out for everything. And I heard that during this certain time, it snows. They have this thing called It Snows. So everything was every hour on the hour from a certain time to a certain time. They have this area where it snows. They have ice skating. Everything's lit up and gorgeous. They have these different booths and so forth. And I thought, let's just go have dinner at one of my favorite restaurants. It's Columbia. I love this restaurant. So, so good. And to the point where I had this Spanish bean soup again. And it is so good that I bought the recipe book, and I'm going to try to make that soup. So that is something I'm definitely going to try, and I will see if I can come anywhere close to it because it's astoundingly good. Anyway, got my soup. We enjoyed dinner here, and then we walked around. It is so, so festive and so pretty here. I'm good anywhere. So then we're moving up to Christmas, getting all prepared, all ready. Everything is fun. I am baking and cookies and just tons of all the stuff, cooking constantly. I spent a whole lot of time in the kitchen, which I adore. It's a lot of work, but it's a labor of love. I absolutely adore cooking, especially for loved ones. And the cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls are the one thing that we have to have. I bake them on Christmas Eve every single year, and we have them on Christmas morning, except my husband cannot wait. And he has finally been allowed to have one while it's still warm and not, waiting for the next morning, which I make everyone else do pretty much. I'd let anybody at this point have one, but for years I'm like, no, this is Christmas morning. So anyway, I've relaxed a little bit. And he had to have one. He had to have one of them, but here's my general process. These are absolutely amazing. They stay moist for the longest time. They don't dry out. This is the best cinnamon roll recipe I ever tried, and I adore it. So then we had Christmas, and Gracie in her little Christmas dress, and it was relaxed. We just got up in the morning, we opened gifts, we do the one-by-one kind of thing. It takes us a while, we don't care. Gracie had presents to open. She was having a blast tearing through her presents, helping others get through theirs. She and then zonked out on the floor with a choo-choo. So it was just relaxing and so much fun and so many laughs, and it was great. there's a restaurant that I heard about. There are only a couple in the country at this point. It's called Summer House on the Lake. And before we moved from the Chicago area, there was one opening up in Chicago, and I really wanted to go to it, but then we moved, so I couldn't. And then fairly recently, like within the last few months, I heard that they were building one at Disney Springs here. So I'm like, yes. So I had it on my calendar, the date they thought it was going to open, to keep looking, keep looking. I finally saw that they did open up. I knew when the date was, and I quickly got on and got reservations. Thought, we're gonna try this. So we all, the four of us, went to dinner at this Disney Springs restaurant, Summer House on the Lake. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. Not only the ambiance, we got to eat outside. It was chilly, but we were fine. It was just so relaxed, so lovely. The lake right there. Then we walked around a little bit, Disney Springs afterwards. It was just so good, and the food was amazing. So if you're in the area, I highly recommend this restaurant. Then we're moving up into New Year's. It was great. We had some loved ones show up, and we had so much fun. They were here for, I believe, 3 days, and it was just so much fun. We did some fun things. You know, we did that monorail thing, you know, with the gingerbread house and whatnot. That was during that time too. We went back and did that again because it was so much fun, and they enjoyed that a lot also. Did some mini golfing, just some fun things. We were in the hot tub. We heated up the hot tub portion of the pool, and that was just so relaxing because it was cold. I mean, you kind of wanted to have a coat on almost out there, but to jump in the water, oh, it was so warm and so wonderful. So, and we found out that it only takes about a little less than an hour to heat up the water. So on weekends, we can just quickly, you know, hit the heater and get it ready and jump in, and then we can turn it off for the rest of the week if we don't want to go in again. But loved it. That was a lot of fun, and we got to eat New Year's dinner outside on the patio and at the table that I spent so much time trying to find something comfortable to put there, and we did, and it was perfect. So I'm kind of hiding the people from these photos a little bit. You get the idea, but the loved ones are there. I just don't want to blast them out onto the world because, you know, this isn't their choice. So anyway, here's a little bit of that. And then one more thing that we have discovered is great. We found this area that basically is the parking lot to a little mall area and a gas station. That we drive there, it's like a 15-minute drive. You can drive there from our house anytime after dinner and just park there and see the Disney Magic Kingdom fireworks right there. Yeah, there are a couple wires in the way, but it's no big deal. So anytime we're feeling like, hey, let's go check out the fireworks, we just head out after dinner and we go watch the fireworks. They happen at exactly 8 p.m. in the evening, and we just did this the other night, and it was just so much fun. So just things like that we're able to do here, it's pretty amazing, really, because, you know, I mean, I don't know how long that will be fun anymore, because I think that, you know, once you've done it for a couple of years, you're finished. But for now, we're enjoying all of that. And for those of you who are waiting to see little bits and pieces of Gracie, here's my Gracie girl. So everything has been so much fun, so nice. Everybody's back at their respective places and the holidays are over, but I need to take the tree down now, but I hesitate because it just fills this corner so perfectly. Yeah, it was great. My heart is full. It was wonderful. And now we're jumping into 2024 with all kinds of happy thoughts and good wishes. So just wanted to share this with you real quick. My next video, I promise you, is about the closets. Okay, so everybody waiting for that, the closets will be involved in my next video, and I'll try to get to that sooner rather than later. Thank you guys so much for going along with me and sharing this fun time with me. And I just love you to pieces and hope you are having a great 2024 so far.